You see the dog?
Hey everybody, this is Paranormal Podcast. We are with the Unknown Project. They have blessed us with their presence, and they're going to talk about a little bit of paranormal. So, floor is yours. Introduce yourselves. Explain to everybody how long you've been into paranormal and what do you guys do?
Thanks for having us. I'm Mary.
I'm Josh.
We've been investigating officially 8 years.
8 years officially, but unofficially probably about 12, give or take.
Yeah.
We're based right outside of, we were blessed to live 30 minutes from Gettysburg.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
And we pretty much didn't even plan on going on social media or anything whatsoever. One day we were watching one of the ghost shows, and I looked over at her and I said, "You want to find out if these people are full of crap or not?" And she said, "Yeah." And little did we know, the very first location that we booked and went to was Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. So we went right to the top and had no clue where we were at.
Equipment wise. We
didn't know it was the most haunted location.
Yeah.
Well, one of the most haunted in America.
And we had a lot to learn.
Oh boy, did we ever.
With the
we
cameras.
learned lessons that night.
It was a very fine location for a first time, I'm sure.
I mean, that's like, wow.
It's a yearly place for us now. We go once a year.
It's like skip the training wheels. We're going right to the top, man. We're riding.
We're bigger, go home.
We're taking on the boss of locations.
Yeah,
we definitely learned a lot that night about how much we don't know.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure you already know. No matter how long you've been in this, there's so much we don't know. You'll never know everything. So.
Yeah.
Which is one of the things that's cool about this. So.
Yeah.
Whenever you answer one question, two more seems to spawn from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Further down the rabbit hole we go.
Yeah. That's how it feels.
So, you guys went to one of the meccas at the beginning. Where else you been? Anywhere else? I mean, I guess, did you go to Gettysburg?
Yeah. We test a lot of our new equipment out in Gettysburg just because it's so close and we can go whenever.
Theories.
So that's like our go-to. Or if we haven't been anywhere in a while, especially in the winter months, we'll try to go down to Gettysburg just so we can try to do something.
And we're lucky enough to only be about an hour and a half, a few minutes short of an hour and a half from Pennhurst. So we're there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here.
Yeah.
You guys are in a perfect spot.
We are. We're very lucky because Pennsylvania has a ton, and then the surrounding states like Ohio,
Yes.
we got
Yep.
West Virginia, like they're set.
Why is it so hot up there?
Because I mean, the oldest settled state, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Lord.
That's definitely the oldest history, or at least written history or documented history outside of the Native Americans, which we can run into anything with that anywhere we go.
Yeah.
You never really know.
Yeah. No, we've been, so Pennhurst, Eastern State Penn, you cannot investigate, unfortunately, but of course we've been there for the photos, like the history tour.
Yeah.
We've been to White Hill Mansion in New Jersey. It's a known one. Hillview Manor.
Manor, Crescent.
Crescent, Moundsville in West Virginia.
OSR,
Yeah, that was a big one in Ohio.
Wildwood,
Wow.
Sanitarium,
And then we just
you-
did Madison and Fairfield
Back
in
to back.
Ohio. Yeah, I'll never
Oh,
do back to back.
we're still
So you
paranormally
guys- You guys went to New Jersey. Have you investigated in New York yet?
No.
Yeah, we technically
Oh yeah,
Wildwood
Wildwood. I'm sorry, Wildwood's in New York. There's a couple other places though in New York.
that we
that-
plan on visiting very soon.
Yeah.
There are
We're on
many places. There's a very good one in Staten Island. They don't really let anybody in there. I've been in there, and we were able to find a door that was open in the back, and from the back street, and we walked in. Very quick.
Yep.
It's huge. And, it's one of those asylum places. I can't remember the name of it. They actually did a huge documentary online a few years ago about the place, and it made it to like Amazon Prime and all that stuff. That place is pretty cool. And then New York's a big state. There's so much stuff in those little towns. That's where you're going to find everything. Those little towns where you find the cool stuff, I think. But Jersey, you've been to Jersey. Jersey's nuts.
Yeah.
So much in Jersey.
Are you talking about the paranormal, or is that just Jersey in general?
All the above. Jersey's nuts. The paranormal is busy there.
Yeah.
And then the cryptid stuff. I mean, hell, they have their own magazine / whatever that started the whole thing, like the whole Weird America and all that. That's from Jersey. That's Weird New Jersey, the monthly thing that came out, and that's how we all found stuff in Jersey and went and
Oh, that's pretty cool.
investigated, running around as we were young and all that stuff. I'm not from Jersey. Been in Jersey a lot. My wife is from Jersey, so that definitely helped. There's a lot in Jersey. A lot in Jersey.
Yeah.
A lot in Jersey.
Yeah.
Cool.
Burlington County Prison is on our radar right now from Jersey. Is a plausible place to visit, as well as the Hinsdale in New York.
Yeah, Hinsdale.
Yep.
I've heard some good things about Hinsdale House.
Yes.
We have too.
Yes.
It's been on our list, and it's always, I feel like every year it doesn't make it.
That's how Madison and Fairfield were for us. They've been on our list for 5 years probably, and every year they would get ruled out in favor of something different. We got to them this year, and hopefully, we definitely want to do the Hinsdale House. They book out pretty darn far in advance.
Yes.
You're not on it.
I've never been there. If you guys get there, please let me know how it went, because like you said, it's huge. I've never been able to get in there. Like it's booked.
Yeah.
And there's a reason it's booked like that.
That's correct.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you get in there, definitely let me know.
So I'm curious, how was Madison?
It was amazing.
We had a blast.
Yeah, it was scary. As the night went on, it changed. Definitely. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, I mean that we collabed with Just Us Paranormal, and one of them were actually hissed at right outside of the bathroom.
Yeah.
And right past the bathrooms, there's this hallway that goes back to we called it the whole room
and the
stairwell. That hallway, I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't find why. It was a good 10 degrees colder than all the other rooms. I mean, even right outside of the doorway, it was colder.
And then I saw like a black shadow standing, and that's when I would not go to the bathroom alone anymore. I was not leaving the gear room to go to that area alone.
That's why we believe in the buddy system.
I was like, nope.
Yeah, there was a spirit that was known to mess with people in the bathrooms at Hillview, and it messed with her and my cousin at the same time.
Yep, I don't like that. Like, let me alone when I'm in the bathroom.
You're
Right,
the most vulnerable you're ever going to be.
When I'm going and when I'm sleeping, leave me alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Anytime else, have at it, man.
No, it was like, I'm going to say intelligent at Madison and Fairfield.
Yeah,
definitely intelligent spirits there.
Were you guys getting
Wow.
direct responses from certain entities?
So, yes, Fairfield, we had the best. Like, we have one of those EMF tripwires. We've never had more than like a couple go off like blue. And Lori from Just Us Paranormal was like playing a game. I was up in the attic in the kids section.
Yep.
And she like counted and turned around and it lit solid red, then yellow. I've never seen it do that before. And then we actually just posted a video, the third floor. It was the third floor, the cat ball.
Outside of the jail
It
cell.
was near the jail cell.
That would be in Fairfield.
Yeah, Fairfield. Well,
Yeah.
that was Fairfield too, the EMF tripwire.
Both of them were.
It
was a blur, guys.
2 days in a row, 5 a.m. to
Yeah.
4 a.m. We had left at 2 a.m. because it was too much. But the cat ball, it moved and then lit up.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Like on demand, like you asked.
I saw it light up out with my peripheral, but it was too dark because we, all night vision or 90% night vision.
Yeah.
And I seen it blink and nobody was within 10, 12 feet of it, if that. And I had no clue the thing rolled like 3 or 4 inches out the doorway.
Huh.
Best thing we've ever got on camera.
Yeah.
Something moved like that. Explain that. That's what I'm like, how does that happen?
And it's on that thin carpet.
Yep.
So it's not like it, a breeze might take it.
I was going to ask you, what was it leveled on? And when you said carpet, it's holding it. It's holding it. Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That is wild.
That's when you look at it and you go, okay, that's very interesting, and we're keeping it and putting it out.
Exactly.
Yeah, that I wish I would have realized it rolled at the time. I would have sat on the floor and tried to push one back and played a game with them. But seeing it now, I came running up from the basement last night because I'm the one that reviews all our evidence, and I said, I think I caught something crazy here. I said, either that or I'm losing it too.
No,
Why not
I was
both?
like, oh my.
Yeah, if you guys get a chance, check that out because it definitely just, there's 4 of us in the entire building. 3 of us are standing right there together, and our other person is, I think, at the opposite end of the building.
He's at the other hallway.
And carpet, we're just sitting there asking questions, and I just happen to have a camera pointing in that direction, luckily, or else it would have happened. We would have never known.
Yeah. That's awesome.
We had some interesting stuff in Madison. We actually had we were going around to our cameras. We have battery packs hooked up to them, so they should be good for the most part, for I'd say 4 to 6 hours.
No.
Yeah.
And then we go for spirit chat, more energy.
Yeah. No, it's like give energy.
Yeah, give energy.
And I said no, and I said ruled out after I said no.
Yeah, they even drained our EM pump, and that's a 9 volt, a fresh 9 volt in there. That thing usually goes 3 or 4 investigations.
Wow.
Well, our digital recorder too. Like, I don't know if you guys, digital recorders, they last forever. Like the battery life of those, like we'll do like months. And he put fresh batteries in, and it killed it at it was Madison.
Yep, 2 AAAs, brand new, right out of the pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that sucks. I've had that happen multiple times. It's like, you're training all my crap for.
Exactly.
Yeah, do something, throw something at me, make it worth my while. I got to replace all these batteries. Just make sure somebody got it on film.
It's the worst part about what we do.
So you've mentioned
many batteries.
you've mentioned a few types of equipment you use. What if you want to share what all types of equipment do you guys use on your investigations?
A little bit of everything. So we have how many cameras? Like he carries around a camera with him, and then we have a couple. They're full spectrum. We call them trap cams that we sit out and they record. I love my EMF tripwire. That's
Yep.
like my new favorite. I love a spirit box.
We have 3 different full spectrums, 2 different thermals.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
One, we started to utilize the cell phone FLIR that you plug in your phone.
Yep.
We just set that up and have that record. And I usually am carrying a thermal monocular in my back pocket when we're walking around. That and I don't never seen a camera like this. It's old, and that's probably why. But it's a full spectrum I got off eBay years ago. This thing is my lucky charm. And everything that I capture is usually on that.
Yeah.
And that thing glitches so much. I thought it crapped out on me so many different times. Here it glitches when we're somewhere that's active. That's
Yeah.
what it started doing.
I forget. Was it Madison or Fairfield?
It was Madison, and then it started at Cambria County Prison. That's another one we've been to
Yeah.
in Pennsylvania.
I think it happened to you at Penhurst.
So
Penhurst,
that's
yep.
attached to your phone, the one you were just talking about.
No, it's an older. It's like an older handheld camera, but it's full spectrum.
Sounds like a converted handheld
I'm sorry.
video cam.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you say something you could attach to your phone at one point?
Yeah,
Did
the
you say?
FLIR. It's a thermal FLIR.
Yeah,
It's
Okay, so it's not an app inside the phone. It's something you attach.
yeah, it's so FLIR
Yeah.
makes a little
Wow.
device that you can plug into the
plugs
bottom of
into
your
it.
phone that turns your
Yep.
phone
Okay.
into a thermal camera.
So how did you like that? Because I'm interested. That's why I'm asking. Like, how did you like
He
that?
loves it. You love the thermal.
I definitely do. It rules out so many different things. You can see, if Windows got a draft, if something, you hear something and it's kind of, you can't really get tricked per se with, like light play with like cameras, so to speak. We call it a still photo that's still on Hillview Manor's website of basically a humanoid figure that's 26 degrees colder than the air around it.
Yep.
And you can make out
Wow.
shoulders and a head on it.
Wow.
Yep.
It's like I'm looking at that and I'm going, what the heck?
What is that? Yeah, what is it?
It's not one of us.
As you can see the
That-
bright
that-
orange.
That'd be cool to
Of-
like, I don't know, walk around with that thing and then have your FLIR in your hand, and then
Mhm.
somebody with a camera and do some, while you're investigating, do some stuff. That sounds cool. I actually very interested in to see how that works. So
Yeah, what's what's the price point on that? Do you guys know? Like the price point? on that?
The FLIR,
Yeah.
I want to say is depending. There's a couple like grades of them.
Yeah, we have the
Yeah.
older one. I
Yeah,
think.
ours is definitely older, but you
Yeah.
can get them from between 100 to 200, give or take.
Okay.
Catch
They're-
them on
they're
a sale.
they're not too expensive. I have a handheld one I have with me. It's not.
Sure.
They're not too expensive. And if you want to get
Yeah.
really
Okay.
expensive,
You have like the one that's a little
you can get the Canon.
screen.
You can get
Yep.
the Canon, and then
Yeah,
that's
I think
expensive.
I've seen those big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can,
man.
Yeah, we
you
use
can actually
firefighting. Use those for firefighting, and
FLIR's up
They-
secondhand for pretty cheap. Yeah.
yeah, those are expensive. Yeah, they got the covering and all that
Yeah.
because they're
Like they're-
fire retardant and all that.
I
Yeah.
love FLIR cameras. They're just so expensive.
Yeah. Well,
They are.
I have one. I have one. It's not expensive. It depends on what you get. I have a handheld one. You've seen it.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Like the actual, actual
If you-
FLIR is expensive.
Yeah, if you want one of those big ones with the big bulb, you're going to spend some money. And then
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even going to talk to
Oh,
you
yeah.
about FLIR that we use. And
I know, as if the
certain
locations
things I
don't
was
cost
privy to.
enough all the
Yeah,
year.
Yeah. I want to eventually get one of the monoculars for my my helmet. Just walk around that right there.
Yeah.
we actually have an interesting story about our monocular in the parking lot of Fairfield. We're packing up at the end of the night, and we're running gear and slowly, finishing up, and it sounded like one animal was murdering another animal in the field right where we were at. Like, it was definite.
Yeah. I don't know what it was.
And I called it on. Everyone went inside. Of course, I had to come back out with the FLIR and see if I could see something, because that's the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
And I'm out there with those, and we have night vision binoculars. And I picked up a heat signature that it's definitely a bear. Like, this thing was wider than the tree that was by the parking lot.
Yeah, then I was afraid to go back out to the car because we still had more stuff to take down.
Yeah, no thanks.
Well, see, that's the thing. Also, on the paranormal investigations, you have to watch out for animals and people as well.
Oh yeah, I always say that people, like, you never know, because people do tend to sneak into places. And like, we've run into raccoons, like at Trans Allegheny before, and Penhurst.
I got into a standoff with a pretty chunky raccoon at Crescent.
Oh yeah.
I was live on TikTok at about 1:15 in the morning, and I'm just walking back. They drained all my rechargeable night vision, like, lighting, and of course I had like a half a mile to walk back to get more. And I come out, and this like small Rottweiler size looking raccoon just walked out in the middle of the pathway, stopped and looked at me like I'm nuts, like looking at me.
That's some good content right there, man. That is some good content.
Said, you ain't missed too many meals. You keep on, brother.
I saw a group. I saw a group once, their video, and they were getting some. So they leave at some point. Towards the beginning, they'll take off and leave all their cameras and all their equipment set up and record it. And then they came back and they're looking at stuff, and you're hearing some crazy noises in this place, and they're like, what is going on? And then finally, one of the cameras, you see this raccoon just come out of the ceiling, and then his little friends come by, and they're like, God damn it, it's a raccoon. They were in the walls the whole time.
That's okay.
What's
going on here? There's something crazy going on, and then you hear the raccoon. They're like, oh my God.
Yeah, a bat. Yeah, bats.
Oh, I don't do bats. So I don't run and I don't scream, but when there's bats, like, he has footage of me. It was out at the Curry home. It's like Western PA. There was like 6 bats at once just came at my head, and I'm like ducking, screaming, running, like, get me out of here.
I was desperately trying to get PMP of the spirits laughing at her, but I didn't luck out.
I actually have video footage of Eric, who's with CFL Paranormal. The bat swooped down and just grazed him.
Right in his face. Grazed his face. What's his face?
He was like, it touched me. I'm like, you got rabies.
You got rabies.
Yeah, man. Those things are gnarly, man. Those
like, every level at Waverly had a bat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we haven't been to Waverly.
We were supposed to go last.
Cool.
Oh, we just got back recently. I just got back today, actually.
Oh my gosh.
was not a fun drive.
Yeah.
How far is it for you? Because that's why it's always like hard for us to go.
It's like 14 hours from where I am.
Oh crap. Okay, we're less than that.
Thank you for saying that, because you're taking the driving distance excuse away from her.
You guys
it's about 8.5 for us.
Yeah.
We'll say 8.5.
You're close.
Well, I had to cut.
Yeah, when somebody says they drive like 8 hours or whatever, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, driving through Georgia
every weekend. I used to just do 10 every weekend. Whatever.
Beautiful.
I sit in a truck from 8 to 16 hours a day when I'm working. I'm like, I don't want to hear.
That's the last thing you want to do on your time off. Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Just
well, you
so-
know,
Yeah.
At the end of it, you don't want to do anything.
No.
you know, on the way back, you know, the drive
Yeah.
home is the worst because you know the paranormal hangover is real, man. You know,
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
You're
It really
drained.
is.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, get me
The
home.
rain was
It's like
awful.
worse. Yeah, yeah.
No,
So
it
that's
is.
why I was
Like
when
this,
you guys said you did 2 investigations and like consecutively. I'm like, oh my god, I don't even know if I could do that because it's so draining. You know?
I don't think I can ever do it again. Like I'm still like today's Thursday. We got home Monday. I still am like out of it.
And we had to switch hotels and
Yeah.
everything, and then it's about a two
And a
and a
half.
half hour drive. So from checkout time to check-in time, you got to more or less kill, you know, a little bit of time. So we went up to Lake Erie
Yeah.
and checked it out.
That was
but
nice.
we could have used the extra hour or two of sleep a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have woke back.
No, I mean,
Sleep is so
we're
wonderful.
definitely,
Yes.
especially when we're not actually sleeping in a haunted location. We slept in a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We weren't.
Been able to do that. That's fun.
We've done that.
Yeah, it's just like, go ahead. You can do whatever you want when I'm awake. You touch me when I'm asleep, we're gonna have problems.
The Ross House in Ohio, I can actually sleep
Yeah.
there like comfortably.
Yeah, the Ross House in Ohio, it wasn't bad at all, and I loved Wildwood Sanatorium.
That was yours, Brian. I see Brian comment. He's the one that he invited us to go with him to both places. It was his booking back to back.
Ooh, called out.
Yeah,
Killed me.
I love it.
Josh is probably hating how I've been this whole week.
It's been rough. It's been rough. But it's definitely after, you know, what we've experienced there, and we're lucky enough to back up some of it with footage so far. I have so much, geez, I probably have 60 hours of audio. I don't know how many hours of video left.
And then he sends it to me because I create everything. He reviews, I create.
What is
And,
your
it's
what would you say your most profound piece of evidence is to date since you've been doing this?
My favorite is the shadow figure and the growl.
Yeah, we were growled at by a shadow figure that I didn't see at the time.
And he didn't hear the growl, only I heard the growl. It was at Trans-Allegheny, the med building basement.
And he could have touched me. That's how close we were.
Oh wow.
Yep, we were in the basement. We were actually getting ready to leave.
Yeah,
anyways.
we said goodnight to everybody. We're walking literally to our car and not even investigating. I just had my camera rolling.
And I heard it growl, and I was like, oh no, did you hear that? Like I said, did you fucking hear that? 'Cause I have the video up, and you'll see me like booking out of there too. Because I'm like, and I didn't even see the shadow figure, but I heard the growl. He didn't. And I was like, I'm leaving. I start going really fast. He turns like to come after me. And when he turned his camera, there's a shadow figure
peeking around the doorway.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so that's like one of my favorite because I heard it. I didn't see it, but we got it on camera and we got the growl on audio
Yeah.
too. So that's
It's always good when you can back it up with, you know, some recordings of what you actually experienced. Yeah.
And he ain't going to be able to run me out of there in November. I got that building for 8 hours. We'll be camped in that spot.
every time we go to Trans-Allegheny in the med buildings, the shadow figure always comes after me. Like I've seen it numerous times. Like it's chased me before. And the one, like I don't run, so if I'm running and something's really bad, and I like came running to him, I couldn't talk. Like I couldn't like catch my breath, and I'm like trying to spit out. Like there's a shadow figure. It like charged me and our one friend that was with me. It was very terrifying. That was like our second time there.
Yeah.
Is the med building? Is that part of the main building? The main?
Nope, it's back buildings.
It's the back building.
Yeah, they're my favorite.
There's a forensics, geriatrics, and med back there. The
Yeah.
forensics, the prisoners from Moundsville that were trying to fake their temporary insanity to get out of jail were out there.
Yeah.
And we have a feeling, because we've done the main building and we've, done the med, that the med is way darker. And I didn't think this was possible, but on our 5 trips to the med wing, every time it was more active than the last. Like every type of phenomena you can imagine,
Yeah.
we experienced.
It's
the
like they're gotten
shadow.
used to it.
Yeah.
They buried people on top of each other there. And
Ooh.
we've gotten over the spirit box. We asked where they were, and he said 12 feet down.
Yeah.
Oh,
12
shit.
foot.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Yeah,
Great.
it's so sad. Like the history of Tala and like just the way things used to be back in the day. Like it's unreal.
Definitely different. Definitely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the main building? How was the main building for you guys?
So it was never really active for us. Like some noises. It's really cool. Like it's a big, beautiful building.
Yes, it's an amazing building.
But to me, it's not. We never get anything in there.
It's very like our friend. 10 minutes into the investigation, he got an EVP that sounded like somebody just broke a game of pool. And
Oh, really?
there's not a pool table in that building.
That was the main building.
And like that was a little weird, but I can't say that we really had much of anything luck-wise in the main building.
Mm-hmm.
Because sound travels really, really easily in there.
Yeah.
And it's definitely, like a few times I thought, I was hearing voices or,
Oh, yeah, when we were in the men's wing and then it was people actually down the hall and it's like, oh, crap, that wasn't anything.
Yeah. So we definitely, we hit that. Our first time out in the med wing, it was a public investigation and there was a group of quote unquote professionals that were in the same building as us. They were on the next floor up. The way they broke it down is each group got their own floor, which I thought was pretty cool for a public. And it sounded like a herd of elephants went across that floor. People were screaming top of their lungs.
Yeah.
They ran out of the building. This wasn't 20 minutes into it.
Yeah.
I go outside and I said, what the hell's going on? Like, you're killing our audio. And they said, something growled at us. I said, correct me if I'm wrong, but ain't that what you're here for?
Yeah, exactly.
Get it together, tighten
That's
it up
what
a
we're
little
doing.
bit.
It's okay to like leave an area because I definitely will. Like if I experience something that makes me uncomfortable, like I'm stepping away. I'm leaving that area. I'm going outside, but I don't run.
No, not like
Go
that.
out screaming to, interfere with anybody else.
Just go reground. Go reground and reattack.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
I do that quite
So-
often at places.
So
If they're out, get out.
where's,
Is what I'm saying.
where's a spot, like a spot that you would love to go to? Doesn't matter where it's at in the world, but what's the spot you're really, really looking forward to investigating?
I know what mine is.
Mine's the Winchester Mystery House. I want to go there so bad.
And I can get lost anywhere. So there I
Oh,
would
wow.
really be lost.
Me
Yeah.
too.
I need a
Is
GPS.
that coming out of there?
Yeah, you might come find me. Where's yours?
Mine is Huska Castle in the Czech Republic. It's
Oh wow!
it's basically supposed to be built over a gateway to hell. And if you look at the actual architecture of the castle, all the defenses are facing inwards. If you guys dig into
Different.
the history of this place, it's got a lot of layers of history. The Nazis were there in World War II doing occult practices. But why would you build defenses to keep something in? That is just by that
It's
alone.
different.
The logic behind it made me want to, even if I went there and didn't catch a thing, but just got to walk around and
Yeah.
talk crap to
Yeah.
people from the dark.
That would be cool just to go there.
That is a
Yeah.
strange looking building.
It is. It's built so weird. Like it's like a prison, but a castle.
Yeah. Is it like a circle? It's like cylinder.
My lighting
That's-
sucks so bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think we're just all gonna go look it up, bro. the light's
God.
killing your camera.
That is such a weird architecture.
Yeah.
Not that
Definitely,
well.
It definitely.
it looks like it's built like a funnel.
Yeah. Cylinder.
Yeah, it's odd. You know, I've never seen anything built quite like that. And then when you hear, you know, the lore behind it, you know, that it was, they said that I guess that town, when somebody broke the law before they had this thing covered up, you know, if you were facing death, you could opt to be lowered down into this hole as your sentence. And they said, you know, as crazy as this sounds, they lowered a guy down in his mid-20s. When they pulled him back up, he was elderly. It was the story. Wow. His hair was white.
Wow.
Okay.
He was scared.
It scared the youth right out of him.
I the light was blaring Cordell's phone, but you said like the defenses are pointing in, right? So if they go down that hole, is it something like if they tried to climb up, it would be impossible because maybe they had like because he said it was like a funnel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a deep pit.
Yep.
Oh, okay, it's just a pit. There's nothing like javelins or anything like that pointing in, right? It's just a pit.
Yeah, it's like a.
There should be guard towers facing inward too.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely. I mean,
that'd be pretty cool just to visit. That'd be really cool just to visit.
Yeah, we do love history too.
Yeah.
That's another thing with us, like historical places.
Yeah, I don't care if I catch a single thing. If I get to go somewhere historically that I really, you know, want to visit and I've been interested in, you catch anything, that's just a bonus.
Yeah.
You know, but
where's the church? Where's the church? I think it's in France. The church that was built for the devil. It's got spires, like, and during World War II, one of the spires got hit and it was leaning. They fixed it. I believe it's in France. Maybe it's somewhere else. I think it's in France, though. You can go visit it. This place is massive.
It's in Italy.
And they have like a golden statue up top of the Madonna. And back then, someone have to climb up there and put a cloth over it so the Germans wouldn't see it.
The Duomo di Milano.
What's that?
The Duomo di Milano is what you're talking about.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep. And the place is beautiful, but there's so much history. Before you even walk in the doors, you see the doors, and then just some of the carvings, like the serpents and all that you know meant something. This place is just magnificent. I would like I watched some stuff on it. I didn't hear anything paranormal about it, but just to go visit that place, I'm sure some people probably pass building it. You know, especially back then, it's high. Like this thing is, these spires are high up in there.
And 3,400 statues.
Yeah, this place is crazy. And they said it was built for the devil. But they're like, who the hell built it for the devil? But it was
right, like why?
Yeah, I think it's just it's a you know, one of those cheap things from we still do it today, but back then they're like, oh yeah, it's built for the devil. Either way, the place is awesome. It's awesome looking. So that's a trip I want to make. I don't even care if I'm doing anything paranormal, just to walk in there and
that's how I
just to try to see all those statues, and you can walk outside on the roof. It's crazy.
Oh.
That's how I feel about the catacombs in Paris. I don't care. I want to just visit.
Yes. Yeah.
Just do it a flashlight tour or a photo tour. I'd be content with just that.
just being there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Poveglia Island, also in Italy.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
I hear they won't let anybody on there anymore. I guess Bagans was the last one. Wonder how much they
probably why they won't let anybody else on there anymore.
I mean,
yeah.
the island definitely is a hazard because it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course,
That's funny. He was the last one on. Nobody can go again.
He's going to burn it down like the place in India.
That adds to, dude, if I was him, I'd be eating it up. That adds to his story.
There's also a place in Italy where Aleister Crowley used to do all his crazy crap that he used to do, man. I forgot the name of it. Yeah.
I wish people would actually like really invest some time to know about Aleister Crowley because it's not as crazy as everybody thinks it is.
His practices that he did, some of that stuff were not
a lot of the stuff he did because he was the Antichrist or this or that.
Well,
he did it just to get likes. But if you actually delve into the truth and not some Christianity truth, you actually see he was never anywhere like he was told about. You just got to do the work.
Yeah, he's
come up. He a lot of stuff that people use today, and like the light side that people use today is Crowley shit. So if people would just take time to figure it out, like, it wasn't as bad. Yeah.
Well, some of the stuff that I heard that he used to do was crazy back, so quote unquote that I heard. Whether or not had any merit, we don't know. But there is a place that's anyhow.
There's a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, there's a lot of stuff that everybody knows. A lot of people know. It's just that everybody else won't take the time to go find out.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah, there's the building he was in though supposedly is really haunted over there in Italy. Somebody visited, I forgot who it was, and they did like an exploration of it. But it looked pretty cool. It's in the mountains in Italy, and that looked pretty cool.
Oh, I mean, how like
the ruin?
Yeah, I think it was
it's a ruin, right?
Salima or something.
I mean, Europe has, they have coffee tables in some of these locations that are older than our country.
Yes.
Ancient Ram Inn.
That would be cool. I would like to go there too.
Me too.
That would
like
be
the
cool.
1200s.
You have to post somebody outside there. Actually, I think it might have been one of the last ones I watched from them. The group that does the they're usually in not a bus, what do they call them, a camper, and they go around and then they do stuff where they're young. They do stuff where, okay, you're gonna go sit in here for this or that, and they don't know where they're going. One person on the camper knows where they're going.
Project Fear.
Yes, those guys. So when they went there, I believe one of them, they were hearing stuff, and they were like, "What the heck is that?" And they found out it was people walking by, and the way that it's built, how it echoed. So I think if you put somebody outside, because I don't believe that everything that's heard is just people walking by at all times. At some point you're not going to have people walking by. So someone post them outside, and that way you could talk to each other and be like, "Hey, I heard this," and "Oh yeah, it was this," or "I don't know what you're talking about because ain't nobody out here."
Yeah.
And now we're talking. Now we're talking. And I believe you're getting. I mean, these stories wouldn't be around for hundreds of years or whatever unless something was going on.
Yep.
Just unfortunately, technology. And people drinking late at night. We make lots of noise when we walk by.
Exactly.
But they figured. I'm pretty sure it was them. They figured that out. I'm pretty sure it was them.
Yeah, we actually kind of similar about people like walking by. We were in Crescent at their Paracon. Now this is broad daylight, 3:00 in the afternoon, and we go in through the church, and it goes right down into the tunnels. I had to go in there. One of the gentlemen I met there told me that he ran into something with red eyes there, and I don't like to call bullshit until I go, but I wanted to go check it out. And I thought for sure it was somebody walking in the church. I had footsteps like approach me where I expected a flashlight or to see somebody. Nothing. I ran upstairs. I got everyone else that was with me. They came down and I said, "Hey, can you come over here again and do what you just did to me?" And I said, "You ain't gotta be shy. Come here." And the footsteps run like right through where we're standing and go past us.
Yep.
And we're up. I had them jumping up and down upstairs trying to replicate it.
Where we were in a tunnel and we were stomping, we were pacing, we were running, we were talking, and nothing. So we have no way of explaining that.
But you definitely, we definitely want to, because if I hear something, like there's certain places that I immediately will throw out audio, all of it, just because I know, like we were at Hillview for like 2.5 hours of our investigation last year. They had a haunted attraction going on. And I just said, I'm not going through all this.
Nope.
I'm not going to decipher a scream from 100 yards away as being a spirit voice in here.
Yep.
Said, so it's all out.
Yeah.
If there's any doubt, throw it out.
Yeah. You have to.
I mean, it's hard sometimes. It's like trying to decipher what.
Yeah, there's a few. We've been to a few places where there's a lot of, no interference, if you will. You know what I mean? I won't name names or anything, but you got to look out for that, because we would set up our recorders and cameras, and when we went back through it the next day, it's like all you hear is like traffic and people, and like it's like, oh man, there goes everything.
Back to the location.
Like that.
Right. You guys ever been to Fort Mifflin by chance?
Fort Mifflin
in Philadelphia?
No,
I haven't been there. I've heard of it. I haven't been there.
At least you heard of it. Most people haven't, so I'll give you that.
Really?
They
never heard of Fort Mifflin?
Yeah.
Highly underrated, but they have the most unique audio disturbance that you could ever imagine. The airport's right there.
Airplanes.
I forgot that it was that close to the airport the first time we were there, and I'm reviewing audio at night. Oh my Lord.
It's like, because you start early, like it's still daylight, and I swear it's like every 5 minutes a plane goes by. Later as the night goes on, though, they're like less frequent, but it's still loud, and you can't like if you got an EVP, you can't hear it. Like it's not happening.
A goose.
But that place is highly active, very consistent for us, and Greg that runs our paranormal program, everyone there that's involved with it are amazing. I definitely, if you guys ever get the opportunity.
That's correct. There's no confusing. It's an airplane.
Yeah, there's definitely no confusing. It's an airplane.
What if it's a ghost airplane?
See, now you're really confused.
I'm always confused. Where am I?
Now it's like, I'm just going to leave because ghost airplanes with real airplanes. That would suck.
That would suck.
Yeah, there's actually a picture online of the fort with an airplane over it, actually.
It's a beautiful location. Like, if you ever get to the area, it's really great.
It's like you walk through a time warp when you walk through that gate. Like, you're back in, it was the fort that held the British off while George Washington got our troops to Valley Forge. It was a prison for the Civil War. They made the prisoners, the Confederate prisoners from the Battle of Gettysburg, walk from Gettysburg to Hog Island in Philadelphia.
Could you imagine
to be
that?
incarcerated.
That's crazy.
Like that's like a 2.5-hour drive on the turnpike.
That's baton death march.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And like
Especially
it was like our third time to Fort Mifflin. It was a private we had. It was just 3 of us. It was me, him, and our daughter. And we didn't even have our gear up yet. I hate this. Always happens though. I swear. I'm sure you guys had this experience too. We're just, unloading everything. A woman said hello, and we all look at each other. Did you hear that? And we all heard it. I and Ange were the only women there.
Yeah, and our guide was a man,
and he was at the hospital, which is like kind of out of the fort.
The other side of like 10-foot thick walls that are about 15 foot high. And we all stopped and looked at each other and was like, did you just freaking hear that?
Yeah. That was pretty intense, but of course it wasn't captured, but it's okay.
And then of course I'm like, I ain't got nothing recording.
Yeah.
You think you're crazy when you bring it up.
Yeah. I love when that happens. We had something like that happen to us here just recently. We were going up a stairwell. And we heard like an old man growl, like not like growl, but like moan, like he was in pain or something. It was weird, man.
Rising in pain, yeah.
Yeah, we all heard it too. We were like, "Whoa, did you all hear that?" Yeah.
That's crazy. And of course, getting nothing out.
Yep, that's how it works.
We had cameras.
No audio.
We had them on, but there was a snafu in my camera, so my audio was not on the camera the whole entire night while I was at Waverly Hills.
Don't worry, I'm not allowed to use microphones because was it 3 times you gave me a chance? I either forgot to plug it into the camera, put a battery in it. Or
Well, I bought a wireless mic and I was testing it out, and it hooks up to the camera differently, and I was gonna use it, but then I didn't want to use it because it trips the REM pods because it's an RF mic. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to use that. So when I unplugged it and plugged my XLR back in, I never switched the settings on the side of the handle, and then in fact it didn't record. And for some reason I didn't check it the whole night. I just thought I was good. I wanted to throw up and cry today, but I'm good now.
Yes, there's nothing you can do about it.
Just don't
let it take 3 times.
That's it.
He was so mad like the 3rd time he's reviewing. He's like, I'm not even watching your footage because there's no audio. And I'm like,
oh God, my
I was just like, damn,
man. Like,
nice to have a mic that's on.
Yes.
Well, I always leave my audio on. I don't mess with my camera.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of the pros do the same damn thing.
Yeah.
We're not perfect.
No idea. No audio going. They make fun of each other in the video, and it's like,
he was just happy to be away from
audio.
It was funny because my son, he goes with us all the time. He's basically a partner of mine in my what we do, and he's like, Dad, we could just do funny voiceovers, like just make funny voices while we're walking up the stairs or something. It's like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, you could do bloopers out of it like that.
Yeah, exactly, man.
I told him when you just take the film and just do a voiceover, be like, yeah, so here we are doing so and so, and then all of a sudden we heard so and so.
Yeah,
that's a good idea too.
Yeah.
I have a whole night of evidence that has no audio because I didn't know my camera, or not my camera, my microphone fried. But
I remember that.
It didn't matter because all you heard was traffic going by anyway.
Yeah, and
so,
that was
whatever.
I will never.
By then I'm like, I don't care. But okay.
What is y'all's scariest moment? Like you're not going back. Scary moment.
I haven't had one of those.
I've had a scary moment, but I still go back.
Yeah.
And it's at Tala. I lost time. I don't remember. And I like wandered away from him. That was very scary.
That was the scariest moment for me because at the time she didn't really she was attached to my hip pretty much wherever I went. And I'm walking, she's right behind me, and I turn around, and not only is she not right behind me, but I see no flashlights or anything in any direction. I have no clue where she's at.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, what's going on here?
Lost me. I'm joking.
Yeah, she said I left her. I said, no, I stopped and you went somewhere else.
I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, and she has no recollection of it whatsoever. And then the same spot in the same building, a friend of ours that didn't know that she experienced this experienced something completely similar 2 or 3 years later.
The only difference is I kept following her, as she's kind of ignoring me and just wandering off. And I kept following her and I'm like, hey, let's leave. And I kept grabbing her arm, pulling her away. And it took about 10 minutes, I think, to get her out of the building. And then she was like, what happened? And she came with it. And I was like, oh boy, okay, this is a known thing here, or?
Yeah, it was her voice, her personality, everything was different. She's very upbeat, boisterous lady that, is very vocal. And she's talking she was, I don't know, just
not herself.
Yeah, almost like she's drunk under the influence of something.
That's just very scary to me. It's how did this happen? I don't understand it. You know what I mean? There's
Sometimes you don't even realize that it's happening to you till you have somebody tapping you hey, you okay?
Yeah.
I've had that happen to me. It's weird.
It's scary. It's weird.
It is because I just looked out the window, and then they're they had to come get me because they're dude, you've been staring out this window for 20 minutes now. I'm like, what?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be scary.
I don't know if it's outer body. I have no idea. I'm still to this day, I'll be thinking about it periodically. Okay, what's the explanation?
And was that in the same building that you got your hair pulled and scratched?
No, so where last time was the geriatrics.
All right, and then it was the
I got scratched and my hair pulled in the forensics, which is where the prisoners from Moundsville used to stay. That's where they also left me in the dark. I had a full camera, full battery on my light, everything.
I sense hate in this right now.
And in that building,
they
they bounce you around like a ping pong. You'll hear a noise at the whole other end. So you go to it, you get there, and then the noise comes from where you were. So we got tired of walking back and forth because it's a long building. So it's a lot of steps to get to the other end. So he was like, you stay here. Because I wasn't live. I'm always braver when I'm live streaming. I was like, okay, go ahead. Go check the noise out. As soon as he left me, my light died. It was 100%. I'm like, oh my God, I'm in the dark. Yeah. I was like, oh, I was so scared. I'm sitting there.
Left me in the dark.
Full spectrum froze.
Oh yeah, and then my camera froze too and was glitching.
She couldn't turn it off.
No,
it just froze.
I was I remember sitting there, I had my back up against. They have brick walls, I don't know how to explain it. Separated the room in half, and I'm sitting with my back against the wall.
And I said to the spirits, I was like, touche, you guys just taught me a lesson. I said, when I come back, I said, I'm going to back an Amazon truck up full of batteries and lights and see how you like that. And I did show up with about triple the lights and batteries the next time I showed up and was like, bring it. Go ahead. Drain it.
Sounds like me. I've got 20 flashlights for everybody.
Isn't it insane? And when it happens to you, next time you're like, oh no, I'm bringing this and bringing that.
Yeah, it's not going down.
Yeah, I was in the body shoot at Waverly, and the light that I have on my camera, the IR light, completely died, and then my flashlight was dead, and then my camera died.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All the way
It
down
left you
520 feet down there.
I literally have like half, like a little bit of a battery on my one light using the UV light, and then I got them up at the very top of the chute with their light, just like kind of guiding me. But I'm like, there's steps, and then there's like, it's like a smooth surface down. It's wet, so I'm like, I'm trying not to fall.
Yeah. And you never been there, or were you there before? It's not like you're familiar with it.
No, this is our first time there.
Oh my gosh.
The King did that to me.
It's horrifying.
The last time
at Penhurst?
Yeah, in the Mayflower basement, King. I always go down there and pull a solo with him. And because he doesn't like guys, so I want to make him feel uncomfortable. Yeah. So I go walking around down there, and I go in. Our 6K camera's got a 4500 mAh battery on it. So it definitely is, towards, the basic, camcorders that you'd have. It's like 3 times the size. So I'm going down there. I figure, I got 4 out of 5 bars. I should be good for a 15, 20 minute, walk around. And I'm walking around and I'm asking them to do stuff and nothing. So I decided to be like, well, why do they call you the King? And, then I turned to, well, if you ain't going to do nothing, I'm the king down here. What do you got to say about that? Within 30 seconds, my camera said goodbye, shut off, all the lights were off. And I said, all right, you are the king. I said, touche. I said, you taught me a lesson.
Hail to the king, buddy.
I said, but don't think you ain't going to see me again.
Little Bruce Campbell action going on.
Yeah, I got to the top of the steps walking out of the basement. I flipped the screen open and it said welcome. And my camera turned on and still had 4 out of 5 bars. Son of a.
Listen here, peasant. I am the king.
You told me a lesson
you asked
there.
him.
Thank God, I wear a headlamp pretty much with me. And that saved my butt. I wouldn't have been able to see to get out of there.
Yeah, you'd be screaming for help now, Turkey.
Oh, you stop. You better run if you hear me screaming.
No.
Because it's something real jacked up.
No, if you start screaming, I'm just going to curl up into a ball and just wait.
Yeah, because every time somebody has something messed up happen to them, that's my green light. I'm going exactly where you were at with as much gear as I can carry to try to at least get something to confirm it did that to you. Or, maybe I can get it to do it to me.
You better call Timmy Loggins because you're in the danger zone.
Yeah, you're definitely.
That's like his theme song.
Danger is my middle name. No, but I definitely like to check into something like that because personal experience is nothing more than just a story if you can't back it up. As much as, you could believe me or, I believe anyone because I want to believe, anyone that I know in this field that it's legit. But, it'd be one thing if I told you guys that a shadow figure slapped me, but it'd be another thing if I could show you the clip of it.
Yeah.
Can I see that clip?
You can see it on the live in November because I'm going to be in that hallway with that thing. They can't stand me.
We'll remember that.
All right, man. All right.
One more question for you guys. Do you have any piece of advice for someone who's just starting out in this field?
Oh, there's so much.
I'd say you don't have to buy the biggest and most expensive equipment or the stuff that you see on TV to be able to do this. There's a much more efficient way to do things. You just, if you're not lucky enough to know anybody, find us online if we're still online, and I'll send you, it's not us that is going to sell it, but we find stuff on Amazon, Walmart, eBay, heck, even, like the cases, you get a Pelican case, it's like $500, or you could buy one off Temu and risk it and get the same thing for $25. You know, it doesn't say Pelican on it, but still does the darn job.
Those Apache cases from Harbor Freight are actually pretty solid.
Those are great.
Remember I said I'm going to go to Harbor Freight? Yeah, because I've seen those on Harbor Freight. I'm like, we should get that too.
Yeah,
I have one for my GoPro. They're solid.
Yeah, they are, man. That's all of my stuff is in those cases.
All 24 of them.
Terry's got more than I do.
I find that very hard to believe.
She made me downsize.
So Cordy kind of lied when he said this is the last question.
That's okay. His last question.
He didn't know. It's not his fault.
I don't know anything.
I'm going to fire off some rapid fire questions.
All right.
And you give me some quick responses. Not all of them are going to be about the paranormal because we're people and we're talking. We're having a good time and we're human and we're going to talk about stuff. So, all right. Favorite paranormal movie if you watch those?
Mine's Sinister.
Ooh.
Good movie.
Paranormal movie. I'm going to say the Right with Anthony Hopkins.
Wow. Yeah. So those are good ones. Those are
very good movies.
I like those answers. Those are good ones. Awesome. All right. I see some stuff on the wall. Favorite NFL team?
Denver Broncos, but I'm a diehard Michigan Wolverines fan. So pretty much this side of the man cave is all Michigan stuff.
Hey, so I hate Ohio State.
Yes, I thought you were going to say you're a Ohio fan.
No. I'm a Penn State fan, so I'm seeing stuff and I'm like, I gotta ask questions. I'm a Penn State fan. I hate Ohio State.
And they're not playing Michigan.
Yep. Since we're about an hour and a half from State College, I root for Penn State personally in everything except for when they play Michigan.
We are. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. I got excited, so I lost the other one. But Cordy already asked you about the one. So I'm not gonna re-ask you that. Favorite 3 pieces of equipment that no matter what, you must have them.
Mine is the EMF tripwire, spirit box, and I'm going to say a REM pod.
Mine are going to be my 6K with my UVIRs on it.
Yep.
One of my thermals and my Lucky Full Spectrum in my back pocket. With those,
awesome.
That way I got my audio, video covered, and I can't go anywhere without them things.
Awesome. All right, so these are easy. Where can people find you out there?
We are everywhere. So YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Yep. We're everywhere.
We're on every platform.
Yep. We're on
X. That's right.
My last one for you. It's a very, very important question. Are you guys Scrapple heads?
Scrapple heads.
So love
I don't know.
Scrapple.
Oh, because Pennsylvania Scrapple.
Yes.
No.
I'm not. I'm a Middlesbrough chip.
I think it's gross. I think it's because like my parents and grandparents like force it on me as a kid. Like I will not.
It's funny because a lot of people think anybody from up there, they gotta love it. I love it. I was born in Delaware, raised in Delaware, Maryland. I love it when it's got the bacon in it. But
you had bacon, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, it's got bacon in it, so it's like, okay, we're good. But if you make it wrong, it's like, okay, if I eat this, if I eat this, I'm going to become one of the permanent guests, and I'm going to haunt people because this is terrible.
Scrapple.
What?
What the hell are you talking about?
Scrapple, Google
you know what?
it. It's a Pennsylvania
you're gonna have
food.
to Google it, because if you don't know, you don't know. So you got to Google it.
Some kind of food, Corey. I'm with you,
It's
buddy.
like
I
a
don't know.
breakfast meatloaf.
Yeah.
Think Amish-ish.
Yeah. Dutch. It's like Amish, Dutch.
Yeah. Dutch. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like a breakfast meatloaf. That's
When you're up that way, that's a type of meat that you will probably find in a inn or a diner, or for breakfast or something like that. It's served everywhere. If it's made right, cooked right, don't burn the hell out of it. I would sandwiches that had to have egg, cheese, and mustard, or what my father got me on because he loved it, grape jelly.
Oh yeah, I love jelly.
It was like you looked at it and it was like, what the? And then when we tasted it, we were like, okay, it's on the menu. The grape jelly did it. It's on the menu. You're a kid. The sweetness was the thing. But,
yeah.
All right, but hey, thank you for coming on. This has been great. I tell folks, hey, once you've been on, whenever you want to come on, just let me know.
Will do.
And I'll get you on here if you want to talk about investigations, you want to talk about whatever. It's a paranormal show, but I always say we're here to have fun and we talk about whatever. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be paranormal. Yeah. Doesn't have to be paranormal. It's worked for me so far, so I'm going to keep it going.
Yeah.
But we're just be prepared to talk about the paranormal.
Welcome to the family.
Yeah. But anytime you want to come on, just let me know and I'll get you on the next available show. And good having you folks on.
Yeah. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you guys too. Thank you.
You guys started in a major place to investigate, which is awesome. And jelly for real, because you guys started in one of the meccas. So that is friggin' awesome. And yeah. But thanks for coming on. You're always welcome here. You're now part of the PMP family. So hey, let us know. If I'm ever up there, or any of us are up there, if we could contact you and hopefully do something. If you're ever here in Florida, please let us know.
Yes.
And we can get something done. But
I would like to visit St. Augustine.
Yeah.
Wonderful city.
That man's name who starts with an R, if you want to know St. Augustine, that's the guy to talk to.
Rich.
Yeah, that's like my second home. I love that place.
All right.
He will definitely not steer you wrong when it comes to St. Augustine. Go to him.
No,
We'll take
you guys are up here anywhere in PA. You're up here by Gettysburg, or you're visiting somewhere. Drop us a line if we're.
Yeah, Gettysburg is definitely on my radar, man, for sure.
Definitely for sure.
Yeah.
Next time I go home, you may be hearing from me because I'm right next door. Really, our states are right next door.
Yeah.
You may be hearing from me.
Well, we'll show you around.
Yeah, by all means, we'll take you guys to some places that aren't so well known.
That's the places I like.
I love these kinds of
Oh yeah, those back roads. Love those back roads. You know what? I got another. Do you guys have? Okay, so Delaware and Maryland. It's more a Maryland thing. The Goat Man has it made its way up there?
I'm aware of the Goat Man, but there's no legend in PA that I'm aware of. Like all
because you guys are close, so I didn't know if it. We got the Delmarva Peninsula, and we have our stories about them growing up, but I didn't know if there's any legend up there.
we actually are going to start, eventually looking into a little bit of the cryptid reports. There's a few reports that are a little less than 2 hours away from us that, obviously it's going to be 6 months after something is sighted, but we have, parabolic dishes and, pretty much geared for outside and distance. We live here. Why not check it out?
Go if you ever go and you want to do some investigating, cryptid or anything, and you want a small place, you don't want to be in city or whatever. Bowie, 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 Maryland, and then you'll find most of the stories of the goat man, and then you'll learn history where they're still trying to figure out if it was a homeless guy, if there's actually a goat man. You'll hear the story about the poor Labrador or whatever she was that was decapitated, which is a true story. The guy found his dog, and it was blamed on the goat man. All kinds of stuff about the goat man. And I think everybody here knows about the movie, holy moly, I'm drawing a blank, Blair Witch.
Yeah.
So Blair Witch is actually inspired by a real story in Maryland. The Rock is actually inspired by the real rock that's in a town that has a handprint in it.
Maybe we should go check that out.
Hey,
there's a lot.
I would love to do that. We also want to check out Point Pleasant at some point or time.
I love Mothman.
Been a big
Mothman, yeah.
And I'm probably gonna wander off to the Pine Barrens of New Jersey eventually to see if the Jersey Devil hangs
Not
out.
me.
Okay. Be
Person
very
stories
careful.
about the Pine Barrens.
Be very careful in the pines. I live in Cape May, which is near the pines. You don't have to worry about the devil. You have to worry about the people in there. Yeah, so you have when you go to the pines, you have to be very careful about the pineys. And you may not make it out of the pines. and I'm talking about 2026. You may not make it out of the pines if you're not careful. There's some people in there who still think it's I don't know what year.
They don't leave.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
like a couple
and then
people
you know the
told us
Jackson
that.
Whites. If you run into a Jackson White, just turn around, get your car, and get out of there.
Yeah, two of our friends are from Jersey, and we were going to go to the Pine Barrens, and they were telling us about the Pineys.
Yeah, and I'm like, it sounds
you
like a
have
movie.
to be very careful. You have to be very careful.
Wrong turn or something.
Yeah, it's a different world in there. It's like, hey, you're on my property.
Yeah, that's kind of the way they explained it to
I'm
us.
not going.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say
you might be in my property when you're gone. You may still be on my property, under my property. You got
somebody dinner.
You got to be careful in the pines. The devil is your last worry.
Yeah, I think that's the last thing I'll end up seeing, to be honest.
Yeah,
because I think it's still based off of
you talk to them. There's still people you can talk to. The entrances to the pines, you talk to them because they know everything. They know everybody and all that. It's like anywhere else you go, the whole respect thing. But you just got to be careful. You come across somebody who's having a bad day, and good Lord. You're in the middle. You're in the middle of the woods.
God.
Yeah, just be careful. Hopefully, you know what? If you go to the pines, definitely hit me up, and I want to know what your experience was. We're going to have you on here. I want to know what your experience was in the pines, especially if you meet a piney.
I'll have him on with me next time.
If you bring a piney on here, I just going to leave the camera on and just watch him.
Oh my God!
Observe him in his natural habitat.
They're going to give us a show, guaranteed.
On the special episode of Paranormal Music Podcast.
Oh my God! Be on the news. Piney shows up at T Paranormal House for talking shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're
In
called
Florida.
traveling pinies now.
Yeah, walk with your head, brother.
Oh,
That is awesome.
Man, you
Yeah,
got
definitely let me know what happened there. We'll have to have you on for that one. But hey, thank you again for coming on. It's been awesome. It's been fun. I think Cordy had something to say.
thank you all for tuning in to another wonderful episode of the Paranormal Musings podcast, and y'all stay spooky out there.
Happy hunting, fam.